been a good group all year.
Mm-hmm.
Now to see them here on the back of a win, just tell me about the energy and just the confidence that you're seeing.
You know what? It's the same energy. Same energy has been, even when we're losing, maybe a little bit less pouting, but, same energy that it's always been. And that's, what I like about these guys and like about this group, as I've said before, is no quit in them. They understand that, there's still a glimmer of hope for us. We control our own destiny as of right now, so we're going to keep fighting and plugging away.
I know there's always corrections you want to make, win or lose, but now that you have film to say, look, if you do the right things, this is what happens. How valuable is that as a coach?
It's crucial. I mean, at the end of the day, that was one of the messages I preached to those guys all week last week was the fact that, SAS was the more physical team the first time we played them. I mean, they knocked us around the park pretty much. So I think they took that to heart and, they came out, and I feel like we were definitely the more physical bunch this past weekend.
What allowed you to be so successful on the ground in terms of the rushing game, especially against Saskatchewan, who's been very good against the rush?
Well, Tre was good on first down. He was good on first down, and when we did hand the ball off to Leak or Rank, they were getting positive yardage, and then a few times there, Tre was able to run around for a little bit. So I felt like we were able to tire the front out just a little bit, and so then now when we do call the hard runs, our guys up front are able to lean on them a little bit more.
Like the threat of Tre running, how much does that open up things for in terms of the rushing?
Well, they have to respect it, and that's why I'm always on him about carrying out his fakes, right? Even when it's a hard run and you don't have an RPO attached to it or a sally attached to it, carry out your fake hard, because that split second that you could hold a C gap or a D gap defender could be the difference in a guy like Leak taking it to the house. So it's crucial when Tre is a threat to be out there as well on the edge, and they have to account for him.
Has Tre made more of an effort, and we know what he can do on the edges. He's very hard to contain, but to get more vertical if you're going to, because you have the option, you can step up and throw, or you step up and take off.
Well, if you saw, I think it was a deep out route he threw to TJ on the sideline. I thought he did a great job of working up in the pocket. At the end of the game, the touchdown he threw to TJ, I think they were like in an all-out blitz, and he didn't panic. He just kind of drifted and got the ball going. So I definitely saw a lot of improvement, out of him with his pocket awareness and keeping his eyes down the field. And we know he can get on the edges and extend plays and find guys down the field, but to be able to do that from the pocket, I thought that showed a lot of growth out of Tre.
Tre had 7 different players and had at least 3 different targets. Was that a process for the offense to try to spread the ball around, or is that just Tre working through his
That's Tre working through his reads, working through his progressions. I mean, if you look all year long, it's been like that. Very seldom here and there we've had a guy that just has exploded in yards more than anybody else in any given game. It may be because we dialed up a specific play and he might have got like 80, 90 yards on a play or something, but then it kind of averages out with his other catches. So we try to spread the ball around the park and not leave it to where it's just 1 or 2 guys always getting receptions.
That was the first time since August of 2019 that this team has had 500 yards of total offense.
Wow.
Scored 40 points in the game.
Wow.
How impressive did that offensive performance feel in the moment, or does it feel even more impressive when you kind of sit back and look at the numbers?
Well, probably sitting back looking at the numbers, because it was a pretty tight game up until probably the last, 8 to 10 plays of the game. I think when Leak probably broke 2, and then at the end of the game we were able to get the ball back and we had a short field. And I was just, speaking about the play where Tre stepped up and found TJ on like a little drag route. So, more than anything, I was just proud of the way you seen it in the early first 45, 50 minutes of the game, because we were the more physical bunch, and that's what I love to watch, is when our guys are out there imposing their will on people.
How difficult is it to replicate a performance like that on offense when you have some major chunk plays like a 90-yard pass,
right,
and a couple 50, 60-yard runs?
Right. Well, you hope it's like that every week. It may not be like that all the time, but you hope that's the goal is to hopefully have it play out like that every week. But we know there's going to be some tight games. Earlier in the year we've lost 6 or 7 of them by a field goal, so we know there's going to be tight games. But anytime that we can get a comfortable lead and let our defense kind of sit back and play the way they want to, then it's a good day for us.
What do you expect, or does anything change too much with Dolagala at quarterback compared to Vernon Adams?
Nothing at all from our preparation, and that's one of the things I just said. It doesn't matter if they have Vernon playing or whomever. It doesn't matter if Contoy's out. It doesn't matter the guys they have out. They're well coached and they're capable of coming here and winning. They're on a 2-game slide, so I know they're going to be doing everything in their power to try to get a win. So we've got to match their intensity, and we've got to stay with the process of how we prepare to get ready for the game.
Thanks, Coach.
Awesome. No
Thank
problem.
you. Appreciate it.